I'm Angela from Growing in the Garden, and today's video is all about companion planting. But before you get overwhelmed with the do's and don'ts, just pick one of these tips and try and implement it in your garden. We'll start with the one thing not to do. Avoid plant combinations that can hurt each other. If plants have different water or sunlight requirements, don't plant them next to each other. Now we're going to talk about what to do. One of the best things you can do for your garden is to add a wide variety of vegetables, herbs, and flowers. When you're thinking about where to plant each crop, aim to plant the same crops all in different locations. Add a variety of vegetables, herbs, and flowers to each bed. Don't plant all the squash plants together, all the tomato plants together. That makes it way too easy for the pests that love those plants. One of the main goals of companion planting is to help you out with pest control. So how do we do that? The first thing is to eliminate all pesticide use. When you use pesticides, you're killing the good guys and the bad guys, and beneficial insects are the ones who will help you in your efforts to control those negative pests. The next step is to use organic pest control methods sparingly and with a light hand. You're not always aware of what those methods are killing. And finally, plant as many different flowering herbs and flowers as you can. They will attract lots of different types of beneficial insects that will give you all the help you need in controlling pests in your garden. Learn more about plants that have symbiotic plant relationships. We don't know all of the reasons why specific plant pairings work, but there are some that have been proven to work. Things like planting basil next to tomatoes helps improve the flavor of tomatoes and may keep some of the pests away. Look into different trap crops, things like nasturtiums that can draw pests away from your garden. Another excellent pairing would be planting marigolds near most crops can help prevent pest damage to those crops. Use plants' characteristics to benefit one another. If you're growing crops vertically up a trellis, plant shade-loving crops in the shade that they provide. Are you growing okra? Those plants get tall. Grow some climbing beans up. If you're growing sunflowers on the outside of your beds, look where that shade falls. Plant some shade-loving leafy greens in that shade. And finally, focus on your soil. Planting a wide variety of crops, rotating where you plant the crops, and planting different types of crops will help you have nutrient-rich, well-draining soil that will help your plants be healthy and produce well. I've just given you a lot of information. Don't be overwhelmed. Pick one or two things and give them a try. And remember that planting a wide variety of crops in your garden will benefit your garden way more than just one individual companion pairing ever would. If you want more information, head to kellogggarden.com for all of their companion planting guides.